In the 7 Nights Idle Adventure, selecting the right heroes to invest in can make or break your progression in both PvE and PvP. The game's dynamic meta ensures that some heroes consistently stand out due to their versatility, power, and ability. Here are the detailed breakdown of the top 7 heroes you should prioritize for investment. So these are the top 7 heroes that are worth to invest based on my experience in playing the game for more than 1 year. Number 1, that would be Trude. Although Trude has only an attack speed that is 149, and if you will check here the crit hit attack, that is only 300% and that is average. And also we have here some basic attack that is average, and of course the active skill that is only 1500% of attack to the target, but this Trude is pretty decent in PvE. This is because we have here skill damage is increased by 30% multiplicatively for each of the following debuff types applied to the target, that is bleed, burn, and disintegration. So it stacks up to 3 times, and debuffs with the same effect count as 1. So we need only bleed, burn, and disintegration, only 1 per unit. And in addition, this active skill also buff the caster or Trude that increases the final attack by 30%. Take note, we have the keyword final attack. And also crit hit rate by 24% and weakness attack rate by 24%. And we have here also some frenzy debuff. So this frenzy debuff is connected to this crit hit attack, and that is the I love fighting buff. So this is a buff that increases the final damage by 30% when attacking frenzied enemy. And this I love fighting buff is a buff to all allies. Okay, next, since we need bleed, burn, and disintegration, we need to select heroes that possesses bleed, burn, and disintegration. That would be Magic Society Elf. So this Magic Society Elf has this disintegration debuff on this crit hit attack. Although we have also another hero that possesses disintegration debuff, and that would be Ragrid. But I think Elk has a better weight. If you will weigh in both Ragrid and Elk, Elk has an edge over Ragrid. So on this crit hit attack, it says here crit hit damage that is 450%, and that is above average. We have here also 450% of attack to the target, then that is average. And aside from this disintegration, we have your celebrity buff that is for the caster that increases the crit hit rate by 24% and also weakness attack rate by 24% and also the bonus damage rate by 24%. And in addition, if you will check here the active skill, this active skill is pretty decent in PvP. So both PvE and PvP, Elk is a great unit because we have here some 3000% of attack in a 4-meter area around the target. And it inflicts scatter debuff, and this scatter debuff, it increases the damage taken by units affected by the scatter by 30%, and we have here also some stun. Next, aside from disintegration, we need also bleed. So the next hero, that would be Palanus. So this Palanus on this crit hit attack, we have here some bleed. And take note, we have here also some commander strength buff for himself that increases the final attack by 30%, as well as crit hit rate and also bonus damage rate by 24%. And this Palanus has a decent crit hit damage that is 557 and also a decent basic attack that is 475% of attack to the target. And of course, the active skill, Conquest Tactics. It grants a commander of opportunity that increases final accuracy by 24%. Take note of the keyword final. So don't ignore accuracy, guys, because on my end, I am already on the end game part. I badly need accuracy. And in addition, we have here some energy as fire that it decreases the final defense by 50%. Take note of the keyword final. And also the movement speed by 50%, and it possesses also some tense debuff. And take note, this Palanus is decent also to use on PvP because it says here 3000% of attack in a 4-meter area around the target over 10 times. So if you've seen this 10 times, that means that this Palanus is also great to use in Guild Boss. Next, that would be a hero that possesses burn. Of course, it's Colt. So if you'll check your Colt, Colt possesses some burn debuff. And also, we have here some average crit hit damage that is 400% and also a basic attack that is 400%. If you'll check here the Grateful Wanderer, it increases the attack speed by 24% for himself. And also, we have your increase in weakness attack rate by 24%. And this is a self buff. So, the active skill, Finale of the Hunt, it grants Wandering Hunter buff to the caster for 10 seconds and deals damage equal to 3,000% of attack in a 3 meter and 20 meter long area in front of the caster. So this is one of the reasons why Colt is pretty decent to use in PvP. And we have here some Wandering Hunter. It increases the final attack by 30%. Take note, we have your final. And also increases bonus damage rate by 24%. And the Jet Black Bullet, which is a debuff, it will decrease the accuracy by, or final accuracy, it says here, by 60%, final crit hit damage by 24%, and final weakness attack damage by 24%. So this Colt is pointing towards the PvP. But of course, because of this burn, that is the reason why Colt is pretty decent to use in PvE. And also, we have here some attack speed that is 176, which is pretty decent. Okay, next, that would be Dia. So this Dia actually is always in tandem with heroes that possesses Disintegration. If you all check here the attack speed of Dia, this is only 166. And if you all check here the crit hit attack, we have your 350%. And also we have your 300%, guys. And this is quite below average. But we have here the skewered final damage increases by 50% when attacking disintegrating target. And also Enchanting Persona, it increases the crit hit rate by 20% and weakness attack rate by 20%. And we have here some poison. So although this Dia has an average crit hit attack that is 350%, but this makes her the best DPS also because of this increase in final damage by 50%. For example, if this Dia hits the target by 1 million, it will become 1.5 million, guys. And of course, we have here some active skill. It grants Actor Slime buff to allies for 3 seconds. And this Actor Slime, we have here some HP recovery. And also, it deals damage equal to 3,000% of attack in a 4 meter area around the target and inflicts sleep. So that is one of the reasons why this Dia is quite decent also to use in PvP. Okay, next, that would be Regenleif. So why Regenleif? We need to take advantage of those range type units because it says here on this crit hit attack, it increases the caster's final attack by 15% for each range type unit in the team. So we have their Dia Magic Society Elf, and also we have their Colt. So we need to take advantage those range type units. So actually, we need only here 3 range type units including Regenleif. So it says here, deals a crit damage equal to 400% of attack to the target, and this is an average, and obtains Harmonious Vow buff for 2 seconds upon successful attack. And we have here on this Harmonious Vow, nullifies damage taken 2 times, and also it increases the crit hit rate by 24%, and this is a self buff. And next on this basic attack, we have here some average basic attack that is 400%. And of course, on this active skill, my god, this active skill is pretty decent on PvP, guys. It deals damage equal to 3,000% of attack over 5 hits in a 4 meter area around the target and inflicts a Cosmic Rift debuff for 10 seconds upon successful attack. And also, this is one of the reasons why bonus damage rate increases by 100% upon successful attack. So this bonus damage rate is pretty nice. And we have here some Cosmic Rift. It increases the crit hit rate by 24%. Also, the final defense by 50%. And we got here also some tense immunity. So that is why we are not affected by tense in PvP because we are using Regenleif. And finally, that would be Mercury. So Mercury, why Mercury? Of course, the same with that Regenleif, we need to take advantage of the melee type units there. So we got their Palanus, then we got their Trude as also a melee type. And it says here, on this Fell Magics, increases the caster's final attack by 15% for each melee type unit in the team up to 45%. So this is one of the reasons why Mercury is on my list. Aside from that, it increases the bonus damage rate by 24%, and we have here, it increases the final weakness attack damage. Take note, final weakness attack damage. This is pretty insane, by 24%. And this is a buff to all allies, the Mad Scientist, while Fell Magics, this is a buff to himself. So we have here 425% of attack to the target, and this is somehow an average one. And also, we have here some average one, 375% of attack to the target. And also, finally, we got here some active skill that is Dark Liberation, in which it deals damage equal to 3000% of attack in a 4-meter area around the near support type unit, and inflicts Forbidden Experiment debuff for 10 seconds of unsuccessful attack. And this Forbidden Experiment, it decreases the attack speed by 50% and also the final attack by 30%, and decreases the weakness attack rate by 24%. So we have here, it decreases the final attack by 30%, guys. So this is one of the reasons why this unit, Mercury, is pretty decent to use also on PvP. And take note, the attack speed of Mercury is 176. So let's go back to our list here. So on this list, these 7 heroes are all interconnected, especially when we talk about PvE. So we have your Colt, decent for PvE, PvE, all in PvE. So these 7 heroes are pretty decent in PvE. But on PvP, that would be another story. On PvP, based on my experience, Trude is not good on PvP. So why is it that Trude is not good on PvP? Because we have here the active skill, guys. This active skill is only a single target. So that is the reason why. And Trude requires lots of effects. We have here Bleed, Burn, and Disintegration. So that is the second reason why. So guys, if you have some questions, you can comment down below. And if you are a new player or a beginner, I would suggest to invest on these 7 heroes, guys. So I would suggest to join my Discord. The Discord link is on the description of my video. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. See you again on my next video. Bye-bye.